I'm glad to join everybody here and on behalf of the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, representing the Permanent Secretary, Mr. Pius Wakabi, who has not managed to make it because of other pressing issues. I'm glad to join you here, all protocols observed. I'm reminded that I have to use only 6 minutes. He had given me his statement, but I'll do my best to make sure that I summarize it in a very short time. First of all, as a ministry and as government, as we work with the private sector, we are very delighted that Capital International managed to successfully host the third edition of their strategic conference last time. And basically, when you look at the outcome of that strategic summit which was held, which I would like to highlight briefly and which are in line with our sector development strategy, there is a focus on women and youth in agribusiness and available technology options. It addresses the issues of agribusiness, finance, and market linkages, taxes, tariffs, international agribusiness trade, leadership, value-based systems management, agribusiness, and most importantly, African youth new entrepreneurship paradigms. If you look at our sector development strategy and as enshrined in the National Development Plan, these are some of the core issues that we are addressing in terms of taking forward the agricultural agenda and agro-industrialization in this country. So this kind of dialogue is really very good, and it complements sector and government efforts. The PS had made an attempt in this presentation, which I'm trying to summarize, into appraising colleagues here about the vision and mission of the ministry. I will not go in detail, but the major focus of government and the ministry in particular is transform the subsistence agriculture into commercial agriculture, and most importantly, to bring the key actors into the money economy. These are the youth, the women, to give them special emphasis. And reading from what Human Capital International and stakeholders have been putting on the table, this is precisely what we are trying to address as government, but basically with a few objectives. And these objectives include making sure that we increase production and productivity in agriculture, ensuring household food and nutrition security for this country, the region and beyond. And even this COVID period and what is happening, you can attest to the fact that our economy has remained resilient, and so is the population, largely because we eat, the food is available, and even export the surplus to our neighbors. So these are what we are trying to emphasize. And in terms of creating on-farm and off-farm employment, promoting value addition, domestic and international trade. And these are becoming now prominent, especially now, say, with COVID, you can see that you have to do what we call in economics import substitution as you promote export promotion, and in agriculture and the dialogue around this table. These are some of the areas that we should be emphasizing. And I'm glad that for us as a ministry, we are part of this dialogue. And I wanted quickly to take you through some of the few innovative things that we are trying to do as the ministry in the National Development Plan 3, as we pursue the agro-industrialization agenda. What we are trying to do, we are trying to cluster and register all the farmers, and especially now, say the youth, the women, because you cannot help and assist those that you don't know. So we are trying to register the farmers. We ascertain who the youth are. And even in terms of the youth, we have even in partnership with FAO developed the government youth development strategy. And exactly what I read in what Human Capital International is doing are these are the linkages. We get these youth, cluster them, link them to finance, link them to entrepreneurial skills, all these. And we are trying to roll out the nucleus farmer model. If I had time, I would explain that, but I know the majority of colleagues around the table, Sochich and the rest, I know that you are very comfortable with this. And we are trying to make sure that extension services work, and more particularly want to see in extension, want to see more and more women extension workers, because even some research studies have indicated that women have performed the very best in disseminating, reaching and teaching farmers in terms of agricultural development. And in any case, the women folk are the majority of those that are involved in actual agriculture. And given also that our population, the youth, is dominant, we want to make sure that we integrate these youth and women into gainful agricultural value chains. And all this we are doing together with value addition and post-harvest management. And we hope that as government, when we do this, we should be able to prepare agriculture to the next chapter. And I know you're about to stop me, but you will agree that our efforts in this sector are working. Actually, now with agriculture in Uganda, now currently our major problem is the market. But as far as production is concerned, now milk, we are competing with South Africa. You can imagine. Coffee, bananas, everything now, production and productivity, we're doing very well. Now we are trying to concentrate on value addition and expanding our presence in the marketplace, of course, with quality assurance on the products we produce. And we think that when we do that, we should be able to promote agriculture and take it to the next level. So generally, when we perused what is contained largely in what Human Capital International is doing and what the dialogue around this table is all about, we see that this presents a very huge and unique opportunity for Human Capital International to partner with government, and in particular, Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. And we hope that we can partner in many ways, but I can just highlight a few examples. One, working with the ministry, Human Capital International can partner with our training institutions because we see they have good ideas and practical solutions to some of our challenges, especially entrepreneurship and mindset change, those issues. And as a government and ministry, we have got training institutions in crops, in fisheries, and in livestock training institute, fisheries training institute, national leadership training center there in Kampiringisa, in Mpigi. So we have these training institutions. We hope that after this dialogue, as one of the taking the outcome of this forward, we hope that we can partner with you to train SMEs, especially those involved in agriculture, and the youth into gainful agricultural enterprise. So we can partner with the training institutions of government of the ministry. We also think, ladies and gentlemen, that Human Capital International and other colleagues around the table, we think that we can partner with you in organizing strategic leadership summits, even the next ones, this not being the last, to organize others and roundtable dialogues around some of these major challenges so that we can get quick turn solutions to take our country and agriculture forward. Lastly, we think that we can do a memorandum of understanding so that our actions are formalized, and we can even do a non-disclosure agreement. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I wish to thank, observe, and recognize the various actors, first of all on this table, those that are online with us, and thank you for the effort you continue to put in to support development efforts in the Ugandan agricultural sector. When I look around, I was not here when the introductions were being made, but the few faces I see around the table and the EcoBank, you know, one of the key challenges is agricultural financing, and we know that you are doing quite something in that area, and so are other commercial banks in the private sector, Enterprise Uganda. So, and you know, under NDP3, under program planning approach, this is actually our major focus. So Human Capital International, what you are doing is that you are putting a building block on what core values of government currently are. So the outcome of this event and subsequent discussions, we are convinced will spur well-coordinated agriculture sector interventions and investments by both public and private sector, targeting to increase production, processing, market access, maximizing linkages, and mobilizing key value chain actors, including the youth and women in gainful agriculture employment. Once again, I want to thank you all for inviting us. And I want to request that in further engagements, you be with us as a ministry so that we strategize together on how we can alleviate poverty on the African continent and spur economic development. My name is Muhwezi Deus. I'm the Commissioner for Agriculture Investments in the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry, and Fisheries. Thank you very much for God and my country.